We're super excited for our next guest, representing the reigning champion, the Vice President of Business Operations and Strategic Partnership for the Orlando Valkyries, Sarah Ratzlaff.
Ratzlaff.
Do I have it
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Ratzlaff.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for
Yep.
joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I know we got a set of questions here, but you're a coach too. Tell us
I
a little bit about
am.
that. Can you
I
start?
am. I'm a coach as well. I coach my daughter's team and actually my son's as well.
Nice.
So 14s and 12s, and it's so much fun. I got involved just to kind of help out, help them in their careers, and I love it. It's one of the greatest things I get
So
to
you
do.
are really involved in this
Yeah,
sport. That's great.
I am.
Have a
Yeah,
person with like you in the sport.
yeah. I really this is this environment that we're in with all these teams and helping girls, grow up with sports and be confident and all that. It's so important.
Do you
So
play sports?
I did.
What
I
sports do
did.
you play?
I in high school I ran tried track, volleyball and basketball, and then in college I played rugby as well.
So,
So
attaching sports to your journey, how did Sarah became the business operation and strategic partnership?
yes.
Can you tell us a little about your journey?
Absolutely. Yeah. I actually originally thought I was going to be more like in social work or psychology.
Okay.
But in college I played rugby and I actually managed the team. It was a club sport. So, you had to have we traveled everywhere and we ran tournaments and we charged for parking and t-shirts. So I really learned how to generate revenue. And then I remember talking to one of the guys on the rugby team and he was getting his degree in sport management. And I was like, I can get paid to do this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this could be a job. So I ended up getting my degree in sport management, loved it, and I took an internship at Disney, doing all the endurance events, which I knew nothing about, but really fell in love with that sport. It's watching people finish a marathon or half marathon,
Wow.
do things they didn't think they could do.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, and then I really loved the business of the sports as well. So I did that for a number of years. Then I went out on my own as my kids were kind of young, and I wanted to explore some different things, and then got into coaching and then the Valkyries. I didn't even know that was a dream that you could dream.
Hmm.
I'm like, there's professional women's volleyball. How can I get involved? And so I joined last year in a much different role in the hopes that I could, do something along the lines of this and it worked out. So I love it.
How,
Nice.
how does it feel to be involved with a league from the development? Like it's a brand new
Yes.
baby with
Yeah.
a lot of expectations, and
Yeah.
you've been leading the.
I mean, it's so exciting. So when I was at Disney, the Run Disney was not what it was today. So
Okay.
now it's these, 50,000 people events that sell out. When I started, it was still in the infant stages of growing and expanding. The league is in that same situation too, right? So I know what can happen when you put in the right efforts and you build the right teams and I love that part because you got to be creative, you got to be reactive, you got to read, what's happening and then you get to build things
Yes.
to grow. And there's the amazing thing about this is a sport of volleyball is so huge
Yeah.
and getting so much bigger. So we have such an amazing base to build a league off of. It's such an exciting ride. It really doesn't feel like work a majority of the time.
How's your day to day at work?
Never the same, which is what which is
That's
what I
awesome.
love. We're, right now we're in season. And so, we just finished a match last night. I have a wonderful team that works for me that they manage all the operations and we've got marketing and all those different things. So we built a really great team. So when we're in season, we're focused on, generating ticket sales, getting the word out there about the girls. We do camps and clinics as well. In the off season, it may be more working to find sponsors and partnerships and still getting the word out, but it's a little bit of a different, flow. And then, okay, well, who are we recruiting on the team? Who's going to be on the team this year? And then building that out into training camp. So it really changes, which is what I love because no day is ever the same, which
As
is
the
great.
defending champion, does it add pressure now that the expectations are
Yeah.
higher?
You know, I would say that being the champions was huge for us in the community because people really said, "Oh, the Valkyries are here." That was our second year. So we had a celebration of our win at the mayor's office. We have a in May is like Valkyries Champion Day, like all these great things. And we really we've connected with our community. We've taken the trophy around. We've done all those things, right? So very exciting for us to be able to do that. Um, does it add pressure in this season? Absolutely. Also, I think everyone wanted to beat us. Like they would show up to our arena and it was like they played the best game of their lives, you know? So there's definitely a lot of pressure. And you know, the team does the best that they can. Our coaching staff does the best that they can. But yeah, there's in the league, the level of play is increasing. I don't know if you guys have been watching
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but like new great players coming, great coaching, all those different things. So yes, a
Um,
lot of pressure at the end of the day.
Also, when the Valkyries won, the Pride won too.
Yeah.
So it was. I felt. It was a great moment for women's sports, especially
In
in our city.
Orlando. Yes.
That our pro teams are doing way better than the men's team.
Right?
And I feel like
Right?
that's a if you don't know the sport, that's a great reason to just show up because
Yes.
the Valkyries are awesome, the Pride are awesome, and
Yeah.
and and a woman leading a team in a women's sports. How does it feel? And I, you know, I don't know how to say this, but growing up, women in sports wasn't a
Yeah.
it wasn't a sentence that
No.
and it's as a girl that I'm
Yeah.
super honored to interview you and see
Oh.
what it means to you and represent this movement.
Yeah. No, I would say the same to you as well, right? I was when I saw that we had a professional team, I was like, we can do that. Like that's a thing that so I I feel honored every day myself. I'm like, this is what I get to do. And I feel like I take the it's a big responsibility and one that I don't take lightly, right? Because we're we're building the future. We're building visibility for girls
Yeah.
everywhere. And I see it every time we take our players out. And at the end of every match, the players come down and the girls come and they do
I
signatures.
love the
And
signature stuff that you guys do.
yeah, there's, I mean, I looked up to Michael Jordan. I'm probably dating myself, but I looked up to
Hey,
all these
the goat
guys,
MJ.
right?
I agree.
Right? Scottie Pippen, all those
Yeah,
guys. And
yeah,
I was like, but I didn't have any women to look up to. I mean, even then, the WNBA, it was like, people were like, oh, nobody wants to watch women's
yeah,
sports.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
exciting. And what's interesting about volleyball is that it's the first women's sport that didn't have men first, right?
Uh-huh.
So NBA came first, then WNBA, PGA, then
LPGA.
LBGA.
LPGA. Yeah.
It's like it didn't come out right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
volleyball is women first. And so I think that's really interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. And what I love about volleyball, it's so much of a great spectator
Yes.
sport. I tell people all the time I have to get them out to the arena because I can show you a clip of the volleyball
Mhm.
and it looks great. But when you are in that arena and they are spiking the ball and they are passing it and they're saving, and I mean, it is electric. It is an experience unlike any
Their
other.
mascot is awesome. What's the name of the mascot?
Oh, Val.
Yeah,
Val.
all is great too.
Oh yeah.
Big fan of
She's
ball. The first,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. It's just and the experience is great. It's a great family experience. People can come out and that's what we find too. I mean, do we want to win every game? We would love to. But more than that, it's a fun family experience. It's a great for both girls and boys playing volleyball to have athletes to look up to. So, um I it's being able to have another women's pro team is huge. And it's a really exciting opportunity.
Do you feel? Because I always hear the argument of the WNBA, they don't get paid because they don't bring that much revenue.
Right.
In volleyball and in the major uh, MLB,
Yes, MLB.
MLB,
MLB.
Yes.
um, we don't have that situation. How do you feel we can change the perception and what are we doing in the sport? Because I agree with you. We watch, we play,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
feel like it's a different sport, and we enjoy more watching the girls play because you can see
Right.
the strategy. You can see the whole thing unfolding, plus the
Yeah.
athleticism that you don't appreciate in other sports because it's again, I feel like they're different. But
Yeah.
I think volleyball is one that you, as a fan of the sport, it doesn't matter. You're gonna enjoy it.
How
The,
can
the,
you not
yes,
like how can you not enjoy volleyball?
yeah,
It is action packed. Like it's a score every single time. I mean, that doesn't happen in other sports, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Another question: you guys hosted the All Star game.
We did.
How would that, and how did you got involved with it?
I wanted to so I went to the championship last year. Um And while we were there, I was lobbying to bring one of the I was like, "We can bring the championship here. We can bring All-Star match, one of the two, right?" And it just so happened that the All-Star match lined up with one of our open dates. We had a big tournament here. And so I feel like Orlando is such a great city for sports. I'm sure you guys have seen Orlando or Sports Business Journal named us
Yeah,
number one sports city. To me, Orlando is the perfect place
yeah.
to host. Plus, it's literally like the hub of volleyball. The biggest tournaments are here. We have Olympic, I don't think it's trials. I always get, but there's all these
BNL
different,
is happening too this year.
yes,
Yes.
there's so many different events that are coming in. All-Star match is a great place to have it. So I was excited that we could bring it here and
Even
showcase great
few
volleyball.
years in the pandemic, the finals was here in the Orlando,
The
in the
finals were
ESPN for NBA.
okay.
Remember that it was the pandemic one,
Mhm.
and that
Yeah,
the finals were here in
yeah.
Orlando, and
Yes,
it was great.
yes,
This is a great place to
it's so
create a
good.
sport.
Yeah.
And
I
And and
agree.
and I know you have. Do you travel with your daughter for sports?
Yes.
And the accommodations, the at
Oh
the
yeah.
convention center with the hotels and the after the matches stuff that
Right?
happens here in Orlando.
There's
It's
so
great.
many great places.
I don't know. Every time Omaha, I think it was one of the best because they have a
Yeah.
connecting bridge and it was snowing.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I
Yeah.
think Orlando is the best place
I think
for
so
for
too.
sports.
I agree. Well, we have all the theme parks here. I mean, literally everything is here,
yeah,
to be able to see. So, I mean, if you're going to spend that much money to travel, you might as well go
Yes, enjoy it.
somewhere good, right?
yeah,
Um, you wanna go?
yeah. Being a woman in the sport, like getting what can you tell to these youngers
Yeah.
that are watching today,
Yeah.
that are participating in this tournament? What you can say to them to get these accolades that you have now?
Ah, yes. You know what? I talk to the girls a lot because I tell them how important it is to support other women because when you're on a team, it can be people get on each other's nerves, right? We all get like that's how it happens, and you're together a lot, right? So I tell them a lot. I'm like, look, it's important that you learn to communicate clearly. It's important that you know how to make decisions. It's important that you trust others that you work with and that you support the other women around you. Because when women get up, they have to turn back around and pull others with them, right? That's the only way that we'll continue growing the sport, that we'll continue growing leaders. Like it's so important. And I personally mentor as many girls as I can, that want to come up. I will say, this wasn't easy. It's not like this just fell in my lap. I worked more hours than a lot of my peers at times. I studied harder. I had more conversations. I mean, hard work, I guess that's the great thing is hard work really does pay off, right?
Yes.
You'll see it in the sport, but also in life and business as well. And I would say that's what I bring every day. Like I feel like every day is I'm competing, right? Who am I? I mean, yeah, maybe everyone else doesn't compete, but I feel like I've always been a competitor, right?
I
So
like with the
I
same
want to
mentality
win.
too.
Yeah, I want to win today.
Yeah.
What are we winning today? And showing up with that like can do attitude, bring others along the journey. To me, that is not only do you reach a pinnacle of success, but you have fun along the way and you bring others with you, which is that's the best part, right? You don't want to be miserable along the way,
And I think that is a key that you mentioned because what is better doing in a sport at volleyball is 6 person, 12 people, and
right?
there's a lot of people that you can have to collaborate to create a successful victory at the end.
Yeah.
And that is a great example that you mentioned that you didn't do it by yourself, like all along, like finding your lab. You get a team, you get a
Yeah.
persons that collaborate with you as we are doing it, because volleyball is a team sport, and in life
Yeah.
is a life is like a team sport. You have to
It
collaborate with
is.
And we can do
everybody,
it by ourselves.
and that's how you grow. And that's a
Right.
great example that you bring it how you get there.
Right. Well, and I think about that all the time with, what do I want my kids to play in college? Sure. But the life lessons that you learn along, that's what this is about. This
Yep.
is about showing up every day when maybe you're tired. This is about talking to that person that maybe you don't like, but you have to, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
on your team. I mean, there's no time that you go to work and you love everybody that
Yeah.
you work with, right?
Uh-huh.
So to me, the sport, and that's what I loved about sports and why I wanted to work in it. It teaches you things for life, how to be successful in life. So,
Talking a little bit about college, you guys, I think, again, going back to women's volleyball, NCAA women's volleyball, the level is incredible. We were at Nebraska for first year
yeah,
here, and I never seen a stadium so lit.
right.
Everybody wearing red. Now,
So amazing.
how can you strategize when those players that already have name join the team,
Yeah.
and how do you build that connection with the NCAA?
Yeah. I think a couple questions. So one, I know we do work with NCAA. They're a great pipeline for us. We have the draft where we're able to recruit some players out of college. So, leveraging and Omaha's, I mean, it's such a huge
Mhm.
to me, that is a great this is like, hey, if everyone else could get to that level, we
Yep.
would all be in. And I think it shows you what's possible.
Mhm.
It's like if this happens here,
Yeah.
well, then that could happen in a
Yeah.
lot of other places, right? So I definitely think college volleyball has definitely set a good precedent for us there. Um, when when it comes to the different players on the team, what I have found, and I think it's important, win or lose, not every season is going to be a winning
Yep.
season. I happened to join when we did really well and we won a championship, and then this year has been it's been a different year. We've been struggling. What I have found is that building up these players in our community, getting them to connect, be a positive influence, meet with other young girls or boys or whatever that is. That to me is the real magic of
Mhm.
what we're trying to do is get them connected and build these personalities. It helps the players
Yeah.
and then it helps our community as well to have someone to look up to. So that's really my focus coming into these next years.
I think I love that you guys are in campus too at UCF, and UCF
Yeah.
is have a great team too. I feel it builds that Omaha, I guess, feeling
Right.
that once you get into UCF,
Yep.
you're in a volleyball camp,
You are.
and I love that you guys are doing that you're in that appeal. What's the name of
The Edition Financial Arena,
additional
yeah.
financial?
Well, and we hosted, I don't know if you saw, we hosted University of Florida versus UCF. They scrimmaged
Mhm.
this year, and they did it right before one of our matches. And it was actually our women in sports night. It was such a great collaboration, that was able to come together. So
Um, you another thing that I love that the Valkyries do is getting involved with the clubs.
yes.
How is that relationship with the clubs, and how do you feed from it?
It's great. When I joined, we didn't have the best relationships with the clubs, I'll be honest. And to me that's the heart of the volleyball community, right? So it's important that we embrace and we build the community as a whole. Um and I coach for one of the local clubs, but I have friends in all the like some of the coaches on our team are at 407. I'm at Winter Park. We're all across the board. Some are at Rollins. I mean, what I love is building that community. So one of the programs we created was an alliance program. So you could become an official alliance program with us. You get a banner, we give you discounts on tickets and that and then we recognize you if you come out for what's called a celebration night and you bring out your club, right? So you wear all your colors and we're recognizing you, putting you in the program, putting you on the Jumbotron, like all of that. It's just, to me, they're so excited. The girls are so excited when they come out, and boys sometimes, a lot more girls obviously are playing. But they're so excited
Yeah.
to be out
When
there.
I see them in the jumbotron, it's like, oh
They're
my, yeah, they
screaming,
go
and
crazy.
it's so much fun. Actually, next year we're gonna bring out. We're gonna rework the arena a little bit. There's bleachers that
Oh,
will come out,
okay.
and we're going to bring them down
Nice.
because I think it will build so much more excitement and just surround our players with like love and support and screaming. And I just, that makes you feel even more engaged, you know? So I'm excited for that next year.
All right. So I was going to ask you, leaders during your journey,
Hmm.
what do you learn from them, and how can you pay it forward?
Absolutely. That's a great question. Because you really, like we said before, it's not, you're not on this journey alone. I've had a lot of great leaders. I've had some not great leaders. And I've had a lot of leaders that gave me hard feedback to hear. You know, they challenged me and said, "Hey, you could do this better." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And then I was like, "Oh, you're right." So, I appreciate every single one has had a great um impact along the way. You know, kind of helping you navigate your journey. I if there were anything I wish in anyone listening that's looking for what that looks like from a leadership perspective is that I wish I would have sought it out more. I wish I would have asked for more help. You know, there's not sports is honestly a male dominated, especially the business of sports is very male dominated, right? So you end up having to really look for other female mentors, and there are some that are in your way and there are others that are you have to find. Actually, one of the things I helped create 5 years ago, we had the opportunity to create a group called Women in Sports and Events. It's a national network of women who work in sports and events. And because when I was looking to grow my career, I didn't have a network. There wasn't one here. And so we created one, myself and, you know, many other leaders here in Orlando of women who are helping each other. And what's great about that is that now the next generation, you know, girls coming up in their 20s, 30s, as they're looking, they have a network to come to, right? And you need that because you'll get your career will accelerate faster when you ask for help, when you have other mentors that bring you along the way. So that's one of the ways that I've paid it forward, backward, however.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Yeah.
But I look um the girls that I work with now, any women that are kind of in my way, I try to grab them and say, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean I don't love the men as well, because
No, I totally get it.
it takes everybody
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
But there is more precedent set for men in the business of sports than there is for women. So I just try to bring them along, encourage them, say, "You can do this." Um, Here's maybe some ways that you need to change or grow or whatever. But you know, it's just so important that we bring each other up along the way.
What will be the dream scenario for the Valkyries and yourself in the next, I don't know, 3, 5 years?
Yeah. Oh, the dream scenario. I You know, I would love to win another championship. That was really fun.
We
However,
us too.
you know what I want is I want to grow our fans. I want to put on amazing events. I want to connect with the community. I want to build our fan base. Um, and that I want us to be here long term, win or lose, right? I mean, the Magic are winning, but they haven't always won.
Oh,
The Solar Bears don't always win. You know, I mean, it's more about the experience and what it brings to the community and having somebody to cheer for. To me, that is what I really want. And I think when you look at the league, you know, Major League Volleyball, such a great name. Um, and there's so much upward movement there. And the WNBA, the NWSL, they've already shown
mhm.
that women's sports is it can be successful.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
successful. Like they are, and it took 30 years for the WNBA to
Mhm.
get where it is
Yeah.
now. I don't think it'll take the MLV as long, you know, because it's already been shown that it's done. People go, "Oh, I want to invest in you.
Yeah.
Oh, let me help
Yeah.
you. I see something here," you know, which is really exciting.
And I think sometimes it's unfair because people forget that the NBA is not wasn't the NBA
No,
in the 80s. You know, it took Magic and Bird to,
it
you know,
did.
they had studs back then and All
Right,
Stars and Dr. J and Wilt, but it wasn't the same until Magic and Bird
right.
and Jordan, and it took time. And
Agreed.
I don't like the idea of like, well, right now they're not doing that well or whatever. And I'm like, it takes time and it takes a
There's
village.
rebuilding
We
years.
need to go and support it. The only thing I will
Exactly.
say, sometimes the schedule and the volleyball schedule is a little conflicted.
That is really I think about that all the
Yeah,
time because I'm like, it's literally the busiest season, for
the
volleyball.
23rd is there's a game, right?
Yeah. What is today? Is
Yeah. Sorry, I know there was
No,
a
I'm
game
like,
last
is it
night.
the 20? I think was yesterday the 23rd?
No,
Because we had a game last night. We have one
yeah.
left. We have one left on May 1st. No, and I, right now the league is starting. We each play 14 home matches. There's growth in the league for next year. We have new teams coming, so the number of games may expand over time. Because my understanding is we play in the spring because of international play in the
Hmm.
fall, and I don't know all the ins and outs
Yeah.
of it, but we're kind of governed by that. And given how much is going on during the time, we still have had a really great,
Yeah.
support, everyone coming out and coming to watch. So that's good to see. Yeah.
So how can we help to grow the Valkyries? Well, we would love to get involved and help in any way. Um, and yeah, we
Yeah.
with the SpikeNet, we love volleyball. And this is not a business pitch. It's generally how can we share content or
Yeah.
where can we follow? Where can we see the Valkyries?
Oh yeah, no, that's great. It's we are at all of our socials are at ORL Valkyries, right? So Instagram is usually the best one and TikTok to follow us on as well. We've got lots of great content on there. I mean, you're helping spread the word now by, bringing visibility to what we're doing on your podcast, which I really appreciate. I think I feel like we're building our fans one at a time, right? So anybody who listens today, follow us, come out to a match, come watch. You will be amazed. The number of times people come to me and they go, "I had no idea this was
Mhm.
so amazing." I go, "I know." And then it builds, right? It builds from there. And so that we just need to keep talking about Valkyries, whether we win or lose. Talk about the Valkyries. Share everything that you can. So really appreciate you
Yeah,
guys doing that.
it's a great family that building up. So it's family. So you
Yeah.
put everyone together, everybody participate on those games. So it's great thing to watch. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
exactly. Yeah, we are on TV as well. I forget it, but we're on different channels at
Mhm.
different times.
Yep.
So sometimes it can be we're on Roku,
Yeah. I think
like
Vice
yeah,
too.
but the,
Vice
the thing
Yeah.
is that
TV.
the family can
Yeah.
come to the games and they have a great experience.
Yes.
It's not for men or women. It's for
Yeah.
everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
No, I agree that I think the family experience, and not only is it a great experience, it's affordable.
Hmm.
It's hard sometimes to go out to these other sporting events.
Yeah.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
We're a great entry level price. You get a good experience, a
Parking in and
fun.
out is awesome too. Accessibility,
Exactly.
like I'd rather go
Great.
to 20 Valkyries games than go to one Tampa Bay Rays game. Get
Right.
into St. Pete and go get in now. It takes
Yes.
you got to stay over
It's
there.
like a whole
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we really
exactly.
appreciate it,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Shout
Thank
out.
you
Thank
for
you
having.
guys for having us.
Yeah,
I
thank you
really
for your time.
appreciate it.
Really
Thank
appreciate it. Good
you.
luck today.
Thank you. Thank you. We're
Bye.
excited. Appreciate it.